This is Luke Rudkowski of WeAreChange.org, and I'm here with Richard Sheriff Mack, the only person I know as a sheriff who took on the president and beat his butt legally in a court of law. Now, Sheriff, how did you do that? Can you tell us
which president?
Yes, Bill Clinton.
President Bill Clinton, yeah.
And how did that case develop? How did it happen? If you could just give us the story of it.
Well, I was at a meeting with all the Arizona sheriffs in Phoenix, and the BATF came in and handed us a document to all the sheriffs, not just me, and said that you guys have to work for us now. And we're all going, what? When did this happen? They said, well, Congress passed the law, so you have to work for us. So that's real nice, except Congress doesn't have any authority over us. We don't work for Congress.
Yeah.
And said, well, no, they passed a law. And I said, I don't care if they passed 50 laws or 5,000. I work for the people of Graham County. Congress cannot fire me, and they cannot hire me.
Yeah.
And they can't tell me what to do. So to stop that, I actually sued them. It was the Brady Bill. And so I told Bill Clinton and Janet Reno and Congress, you're not my boss. Stay out of our area, leave us alone, and if we need you, we'll call you. But the problem is the arrogance of the federal government saying, oh, you're just going to work for us now.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
And then they said, well, then we won't send you any more money. You won't send us money? Where do you think you get your money? We won't send you any more money. And in fact, we need governors and legislatures in the local area and state
who have brass balls like you.
Who have some cojones to tell the federal government, we're not sending you any more money.
And the case went to the Supreme Court, if I'm correct?
Yes, it went all the way to the United States Supreme Court, and we won a 5-4 split, but we'll take a 5-4, you know, it's a victory. And it's the most powerful states' rights and 10th Amendment state sovereignty case in the history of our country. You know what it actually says? The states are not subject to federal direction. Wow. It says that in my court decision. Wouldn't you love your state to find that out? Yeah.
So you kicked the president in the butt legally, and then won in the Supreme Court, which is amazing. Now you're doing all these conventions, sheriff conventions, all over the country. I really like what you're doing, Sheriff, because you're bringing together different sheriffs and making them recognize the true power and authority they have them within themselves to actually change laws and actually take their power back for themselves and for the people. Can you talk about what is your mission? What are you trying to get accomplished, and what exactly are you doing?
Well, just as you said, we're taking our message to every sheriff in the country, and we would love to have chiefs of police and just rank and file police officers on board with us also. Yeah. And in fact, that's who we're reaching out to. But quite frankly, our message is real simple. Keep your oath. Keep your word. Yeah. Follow the Constitution. What if the laws of your state are in direct conflict with the Constitution, like Rosa Parks? I want to ask every cop in the country, every sheriff, every chief, if you were called back into time to December 1st, 1955, when Rosa Parks was arrested, would you have arrested her? Would you enforce the law because you're a cop and you're going to enforce the law and you're supposed to enforce all laws? Yep. Or would you have sat down next to Rosa Parks, shook her hand, and made sure she got home safely? See, now that's a true peace officer. And what we need is fewer police state police officers and more oath keepers and CSPOA officers who will actually follow the Constitution.
Yeah. It's a really difficult fight because a lot of police agencies, especially the local ones, get a lot of federal money for all these tanks and toys to militarize the police and to pretty much create a police state. But one thing that you're doing, which is strategic, is because the sheriff has a lot of authority. And it's a local position that anyone could go into. That not many people know about. Can you talk about the misconceptions and the true power that you have